Hey everyone, welcome to It Tastes Different Gaming Appetizers. And what are we talking about this time? Well, Netflix has gaming. Did you know that? We all kind of remember that, but it looks like nobody's playing Netflix games. That's not entirely true. So Netflix has got about a subscriber base of about 221 million subscribers. The games on the platform average about 1.7 million daily users. And the total number of downloads for these games is about 23.3 million. So that's, based on their subscriber numbers, that's not very good. But, it is what it is. I think mainly, we're going to go around and talk about this, but I think mainly for Netflix, the biggest problem they have with this is I forget that Netflix even has games, and it's really not apparent unless you Google it. It's really not apparent on how you play these games, right? Because when you load up Netflix, all you see is the movies and stuff, and you don't see anything about gaming. But if you Google it, you'll notice that the Netflix has a launcher that you have to download, where you can then download your games through there and play them. They don't have a huge offering, even though they do have some good games on there. They have what is it? They just got recently the Oxenfree creator. I think Oxenfree 2 was going to go on there, or some game by them. They have the game Into the Breach, which is a pretty good, like, kind of Advanced Wars type game. And some other game. They have the Stranger Things games and stuff like that, which I think did pretty well critically. So they don't have really necessarily bad games. It's just I think the offerings that they do have are kind of limited. And, even though these games are on the Netflix subscription service, I think most of the people, I don't know. I'm going to say most of the people that get Netflix are really getting it for the games. They're getting it for the movies, right? For what Netflix is known for. And the games is just kind of an added bonus, but I think even gamers aren't necessarily subscribing to Netflix for those games, because those games are, not exclusive to Netflix. At least not a lot of them aren't. Into the Breach is definitely one that you can buy elsewhere. So I think the Oxenfree developers game is going to be exclusive to it, and they could do some other exclusives, but again, even though Oxenfree is a pretty cool game, you're not that's just not, I don't think that's going to bring a lot of people in. No offense to the Oxenfree developer. I just don't think it's going to bring in gamers to go, oh, I need to subscribe to Netflix for that, right? People will subscribe to Netflix for Netflix, right? That's the whole reason. So let's go around and see what everybody thinks of this. Pat, what do you think of no one playing Netflix games?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Netflix did a horrible job of marketing this, because I remember them talking about it and saying it's going to be out eventually, but then nothing. Like how hard would it be for Netflix to do what they do with their movies? A splash screen that pops up when you first log in when the service is available. Hey, check out Netflix games by going here. To be honest with you, I couldn't even figure out how the hell to download them. It says you could download Netflix games app. That ain't on the Google Play Store on my Android. I don't know what the hell. I looked and I'm like, okay. I'm not huge into mobile games. There are some mobile games that I play. I do play some of these, and I play some regularly now. And it's mostly because I feel like we're in a video game drought, to be honest with you. So I'm looking for something to bide some of that time while I'm waiting for another thing that's fun to play. But I was like, okay, should I be able to go to the App Store, or what do I need to go do to get this? And I was like, okay, I found an article and it said, go download. All you have to do to play the game on your device is you basically need a compatible device. I have an Android device or an iPhone or an iPad, an active Netflix subscription. I have one of those, an internet connection, download, install games and all that kind of stuff. And then it says, go download Netflix games. I'm like, what is Netflix games? I just download the app and there's some other piece to it. Like I said, I have Netflix and I look at it regularly, but I don't remember ever seeing anything for Netflix games. So I think this is a marketing issue on their side. I mean, what is 1.7 million? I mean, let's just round it up to 2 million just to be easier. That's not even 1% of their 2.21 million subscribers. I mean, it's just shy. It's just, it's a little shy of that. I mean, so that's horrible numbers. On paper, it sounds great. I would love to have a 1.7 million people playing on a service that I invented or came up with and paying a subscription fee for. But, you know, on paper, they're not really, it's not on paper. It's for them, it's not really that great because it's a way, way low of their subscriber numbers. And it may not be available to all their subscribers too. I don't even know if Netflix games is available in other countries or what countries it's available. So maybe 221 million subscribers, it's only available to like 100 million of them or 50 million or 150 million. Who knows what that number is that it's available to? It might be available to all of them. It shows my lack of knowledge on this subject. And it partially is due to Netflix, in my opinion. Netflix did a horrible job about marketing this, about telling everybody where it's at and how to get to it. Netflix has its own advertising mechanism it could do for free. It's called logging into Netflix and trying to watch something. They just give you a pop-up. But that's my opinion. Netflix is to blame here. I know they have like 25 games, I think is what I read. They have like a little over 25 or a little bit over 25 games. They're all mobile, so that's really outside of Nick's wheelhouse, but I would definitely download them and try it. I'm not sure Nick would download them and try it out as well. But Shane, what do you think, man? You ready to play some Netflix games? And did you figure out how to install and look at Netflix games?
Well, I have been known to Netflix and chill. Now I guess I could Netflix and poo. That's what, mobile games are. They're pooing games. So I just, looked it up on my phone to try to find the Netflix game thing and couldn't find it. I'm sure it's in there somewhere. I only spent like 15 seconds to do it, but you're right. Netflix should be advertising this. I mean, we're gamers and we forgot about this basically, even if it is a mobile game, mobile games, excuse me. Netflix has, they've got to get that out there. I mean, I get notifications on my phone saying, hey, this show has dropped or this movie has dropped or whatever, new season's dropped. Why can't they say, hey, we just dropped a new game or this new game, this chapter has dropped on this game? I think a big part of it is people are scared of Netflix because what is one thing Netflix does well? They cancel stuff that you like. That's what Netflix does well. We were joking around before we started recording. Nick said they'll cancel the game before after the first episode or the first chapter, and people are gun shy about that because Netflix has a bad habit of killing things we like. I don't know what their degrees of success are in their head, but they get rid of stuff that people really enjoy, but they just do it. So I don't know why. Maybe it was just to bring more subscribers in. I don't know. But Netflix has like one of the largest audiences out of all this. I think they are the largest streaming service still. So they have a large audience just to, when you're scrolling, it says Western and sci-fi games you might enjoy on your phone while you're pooping, Tom Cruise movies, things like that. They could have easily popped that in there, but they don't. And I honestly completely forgot about them buying, some developers and putting out these mobile games until we saw the article. It's like, holy crap, that's right. They were supposed to make games. How is it possible that they didn't advertise that bad? That they just basically forgot to tell people, hey, we do have this stuff. Check it out.
They need to pull an Arby's. Netflix. We have the games.
Yes, exactly. Hopefully they don't have the meat curtains, but still the thought that, they just don't say anything just bewilders me.
I will tell you that I finally found it. Nick is probably going to tell you, but look, I found it. It's on the main app. It's a little button on the main app. I'm like, oh, there it is. I don't look at the Netflix app on my phone very much. So
no, I never do. See, good Lord. Now that's people, that shows you that is their fault. I mean, Netflix lost 960,000 subscribers this year. So, they're not bailing because of their games. They're not bailing because of their show. They're bailing because of the company does bad things. And this is just another example. If they want to keep their subscribers happy, let them know what you got. That might be helpful, and quit canceling crap that they enjoy. Just an opinion piece.
Well, they lost 1.2 million subscribers in 2022 so far.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, the last number I saw, I guess, was a few months old. So, hey, they're going to lose me too with these price hikes. The only reason we've kept them this long is because they are a part of our phone service. Our phone company pays like 75% of it or whatever. So I'm still okay for now, but yeah, I'm about to say suck a butt. But anyways, before we get sidetracked, the games I'll check out now that Pat showed me how to find it, because I could use some more Dookie games. I might find one that I like because I enjoy Stranger Things. Maybe the game is cool. And I believe, Nick, you said it was acclaimed, critics anyways. So, I'll definitely give it a try because I enjoy the show. So, all right, Nick, come on. You're the most anti, cell phone game guy I've ever met. You're going to try it though, right? I mean, come on, you got to. It's a game.
I'll look at it.
It's a game service.
For sure.
Well, Pat showed you where it's at.
Yeah, I found it too. I was going to mention that because I went to the Netflix app and, because I went on Netflix help.netflix.com and it said it was on the app in the home screen, the game tab at the bottom, which apparently I didn't read that far. I just read the games tab. And then so I went in there and I'm like, I don't see it anywhere. And then I finally at the bottom, I seen there the games. So yeah, they do have a games button down at the bottom. And I guess for your mobile device, that's fine. I mean, Netflix can do, we talked about this before with Netflix and gaming in general. And my whole idea back then was Netflix just needs to not worry about gaming and just worry about their movies and shows and stuff. And I think that still holds true to this day, right? Netflix should just forget about the whole gaming part of everything. They don't need to get into that. I think they do fine with their shows and things like that. And they really need to focus on making sure that their shows, they don't bring out a show and then cancel it 2 days later. I mean, that's what they're known for now, right? They're known for like advertising and bringing out a show that, sometimes they don't do good and sometimes they do really good, but Netflix decides just to can it because of whatever. Right. And that happens all the time. I mean, it's become a meme at this point. It's like the punchline for Netflix at this point. Right. So yeah, I think you guys are right though. I think the main thing is just people forget that that's even a part of the service. Right. I don't watch Netflix, period. But I have it downloaded on my phone and I have it downloaded mainly for my kids, right? If they want to watch something, then I turn it on. Here you go. But even going into when I first went into the Netflix app on my phone to find the games tab, I didn't even see it. Like it's down at the bottom. It's like right there. But for some reason, my eyes glazed over and all I saw was the movies and stuff on there. So I'm just like, but I mean, when you think of Netflix, you don't think of gaming, right? You think of the shows and various things like that, right? When Netflix is in the news, it's either about subscribers lost or a show that's getting canceled or something like that, right? You don't hear news about, oh, this new cool game came out for Netflix gaming, right? No one knows about it. And I think Patrick's right in the advertising portion of it. Netflix just doesn't advertise that they have this, which makes me wonder, why do you have it if you're not going to advertise the fact that you have it? And why are you going to go out and buy developers to buy certain games to be exclusive to your Netflix for gaming or whatever like that if you're not going to advertise this stuff? Because I don't ever see it. We're gamers and we look on gaming websites and read gaming news and various things like that. And Netflix for gaming never comes out unless they have an article like this talking about how no one ever plays it. So I think Netflix just needs to get out of the game, the gaming game, and just focus on their shows and TV. I mean, they're a company. If they want to do it, sure, whatever. I just don't think it's beneficial to them. I think they just need to focus on their movies and their streaming service as a movie and TV show streaming service. I mean, that's what they're known for. That's how their bread is buttered, right? That's how they make their money. So stick with that. Stick what you're known for. Stick what you're good at.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good.
It's funny. I don't know how they're, when I was reading the articles, well, I don't know, 6 months, 8 months, a year ago, when they were talking about Netflix gaming, I was thinking like streaming from my TV. I wasn't thinking like mobile games on my phone, and my brain did not correlate that until these articles were coming out. And I'm like, Netflix doesn't have gaming. It's not out yet, right? Because I didn't see anything on and I watch Netflix primarily on my TV when I do watch it. We have it. My girlfriend watches it, kid watches it, and occasionally there's some shows on there that I like that I'll check out. I use it mostly for like anime or something like that, or a couple of shows that are only on there. But I didn't realize they had any of that. And then I'm like, okay, I went to the internet. I'm like, how do you get this? Well, you need to download Netflix games. I'm like, there's no app called Netflix games. And then I just happened to come across something that said it's in the app. And I'm like, it's in the actual Netflix app. So I have it on my phone. It's never used it. I opened it up. I did the same thing Nick did. I'm like, it's not freaking here. And then I saw the little controller at the bottom. I'm like, oh, there it is. And I clicked on it and I'm like, the benefit from what I understand from these games is that there's no advertisements. There's no microtransactions. There's nothing like this in the games that they're putting on their service. But do they think they're going to entice more subscribers because of mobile games? I don't see that happening at all. I do not see how you think you're going to entice people to your subscriptions, or especially when your subscription service is already ridiculously priced. You're not the cheap person in the game anymore. You're not the affordable person in the game, and you are starting to lag behind on the originals and content like that. I'm with Shane. I am like this close to being like Netflix who? Bye, because I don't watch it often enough, and nobody in my house watches it often enough. I don't think. My kid may watch it more than anybody else, but I'm paying for the 4K, like the high end, streaming 4K, so I can get the best video quality. And I don't use it. So, yeah, I'm with these guys. I think it's very much a marketing ploy, but that's just my opinion, And the games, I may check out the mobile games. Now that I know they're there, I will probably download and try a couple of them. Because as Nick mentioned, there's a couple of them that are really highly rated. The Stranger Things, Card Blast, the Stranger Things, 3, the game. There's Card Blaster, Teeter Up, and Shooting Hoops. There's a couple of them that they're really touting on here. There's, with the 5 original titles from what I understand, but some of them are supposedly really good games. What was the one, like Into the Breach, I think is what it was called, Nick, that you had mentioned, was Into the Breach. I've heard that one's supposed to be good, so I may check it out, but it's not going to make me subscribe to their service. I wouldn't, but maybe somebody will.
No, it's all on them. Netflix made all the right decisions to get where they are, and then they're like, you know what, let's try something new. Let's foobar the whole thing, see what happens. I'm good with it. Let's go. So I don't know, but yeah, I'll definitely check out some of the games because, I will, just like Pat, downtime pooping games. You got to have one. And some games can be fun time killers here and there, waiting to pick your kid up from whatever event or thing they're doing. You got to sit in the car and wait. I'll play a game. But if, I have reception thanks to T-Mobile. So it's all on them. So if I don't know whether games are there, that's not my fault. It's theirs.
Yeah. And I thought the same thing as Patrick. I thought that this service from them was going to be streaming it from my TV, right? It was a streaming game service where I'm streaming it from the television. I could play games through the Netflix apps through there. I didn't know it was just mobile outings and that was it. So, and like Shane said, I hate mobile games, so I am definitely out on this one. The only one I would probably play is Into the Breach, but Into the Breach is on Steam, so I'd rather just play it there instead of on my phone. So, and Stranger Things game, I don't really care.
But you don't have to pay for it, Nick, to try it.
Cool. I will.
You're
still
already
pay for it if I don't have to play it on my phone.
Well, it's not the main reason I'm paying for the subscription, right? I'm going to pay for the subscription regardless if the games are there or not, right? That's what I'm saying. I know Nick has Netflix, right? He's got kids, he's got a girlfriend, he's got Netflix. Even though he don't watch TV, they do.
Yeah, I only
yes, they do. That's the only reason why I have the service. If they didn't watch it, I wouldn't have it. Because I don't ever watch it. Like I never.
They have some good,
and it costs more than a Game Pass subscription at this point, so and I'd rather have that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But I only watch Netflix for the amazing anime adaptations.
Dude, get out of here. They got some good anime on there.
No, the adaptations, like Full Metal Alchemist, the movie.
Oh,
Holy
gotcha.
crap.
I gotcha. I'm like, dude,
Bleach.
there's some good anime.
Holy
on there.
crap. You
I
know,
gotcha.
It's just. Oh,
I missed
my
the
God.
keyword there.
That's all right. You missed the keyword. You missed the games on the bottom of the phone. It's
I just missed the mark with Netflix.
Yeah, clearly.
Netflix missed the mark with Netflix.
Yeah, I was going to say Netflix missed the mark. But, all right. You guys got anything else you want to add to this? Before we shut Netflix down?
Yep.
All right.
Netflix, I am not watching anymore.
There you go. Yeah, get it straight, Netflix. Don't worry about your games. Worry about your shows that you're, try to fix that. Because right now that's really hurting a lot of people, apparently. You're losing subscribers left and right. So something's going on. But let us know down in the comments below what you think. Do you play Netflix games? Did you even know it existed? Did you even know there was a games button at the bottom of the Netflix app on the phone? Which I never did. I've turned it on several times for my kids and various things like that, but never even noticed there was a games button at the bottom. So even when I went in there to look, I glossed over it the first time until I noticed it was down there. So let us know, did you know they're there? Have you checked them out? Is that why you subscribe? I hope not. I hope you subscribe for the movies and shows and various things and not for the games. Because, these games are, again, just mobile games, like we said, and you can, and some of them are on PC, but, besides buying a subscription, you could probably just buy them off the phone. So, just let us know down in the comments below what you think about this. Make sure to like the video, make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notifications to stay up to date with new videos that we do all the time. We'll see you next time.
See ya.